What's up, guys? Continuing on with the coverage for California Regionals, I have Adam Cisneros' top 8 Liberator of Wind / Scheherazade, the Teller of 1001 Stories deck profile. He was the only player with Scheherazade to actually make it to top 8, so let's see what he did different from all the other Scheherazade players. For his Magic Stones, he of course ran a Fiethsing because topping it with Liberator of Wind is just awesome. A Scorched Veil, which is technically the only one he can miss with Gretel since he's always going to hit Fiethsing with Liberator anyway. And then 4 Black Silence and 4 Blasting Waves. For his Resonators, he had 4 Elvish Priest, 4 Familiar of Holy Wind, 4 Gretel, 3 Laura the Blood Speaker, which is actually kind of rare to see nowadays. You don't really see this outside of Dracula or someone's sideboard. 3 Fiethsings, 2 Carmilla, which I actually ran 2 of also. This card's actually really underrated. With Abdul not seeing as much play, being able to have an answer for something like Mephistopheles is actually really awesome. And then he had 1 Mephistopheles as well. He probably just searched it out, and he has one cited as well, so I guess he found 1 enough. And with Carmilla and Fiethsing, that's actually a lot of enough beat sticks to be able to go for game anyway. If you can control the field, 800s and 500s isn't so bad anyway. For the spells, he ran 4 Zeeks to negate all of his opponent's summons, 4 K-Stones to stop their spells, 4 Thunder, because with all those Fire Stones, it's good to be able to get spot removal, 2 Flame of the Outer World. I always like at least 3, but I guess 2 worked for him, especially because he could just search it out. 2 Stoning to Death, which makes up for, I guess, the loss of Flame, because he could just remove a monster entirely, and Flames could stay for, like, J-Rulers. Stories, he just ran 1 of. This is actually a kind of hard card to get off. It does work, especially early on, if they tap out for something and you just want to get rid of all their copies of something, but I think 1 of this is always enough. And then Split Heaven and Earth, which I found crazy. I've seen Scheherazade use Split Heaven and Earth, but not when they also run 10 stones. I guess he was really confident in being able to control how the early game played out so that his life doesn't get picked off by little stuff, and he always had answers for stuff like Mephistopheles or whatever, so he would, you know, take a really big hit from this as well, but he would just take out all of his opponent's life. Or maybe he was even trying to go for a draw, like in a worst case scenario. I don't really know what the full logic for it was, but I mean, it worked. And then 1 Necronomicon. For his side deck, he had 3 Elvish Bowmen, 2 Glinda, a 4th Fiethsing, a 2nd Mephistopheles, a Blazer Theater of Dimensions for another type of win condition. It's also searchable by Scheherazade, of course, so getting to it should be easy. 2 Rapid Decay, 3 Spiral of Despair. I wouldn't personally run any of this in the side because I don't like having only a couple dark options, but I guess with Scorched Bill he had 5 stones, so it's like half. But seeing 2 of them early might be hard. Maybe he sided into Spirals, and then knowing he had Spirals, if he had one after Mulligan, he would just hit a Scorched Bill first turn or something to be able to just have access to Dark, or maybe a Black Silence, so that doesn't seem so bad actually. Another Split Heaven and Earth, maybe if he, you know, got his Cake Zone and he wanted to have a second one, that way, you know, he can have 2 chances. And then another Stories, which, like I said, 1 I think is enough in the main, but having a second one just in case it gets negated isn't a bad idea. So that was Adam Cisneros' Scheherazade, the Teller of 1001 Stories top 8 California Regionals deck profile. Congratulations to him once again for being the only Scheherazade player to actually make top 8. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. And make sure to hit the subscribe button so all the more coverage from all the regional events comes straight to you. And I will catch you guys next time.